Adam Thielen had another season for the Minnesota Vikings that unfortunately was cut short due to injury. But before that, he was playing like the Adam Thielen of old, scoring touchdowns in the red zone, running amazing routes. The guy's always been a fantastic route runner, catching most of the balls that came his way, being a team leader, just, all around, just the typical Adam Thielen season. Again, short, unfortunately, didn't get to play in every game like he wanted to help the team out. But overall, I think he had a very good season. It's kind of the type of season that we're coming to expect from Adam Thielen. With a lot of the new GM stuff, I mean, who knows what the thought process is on his future? I mean, obviously, he's still good. The contract, is he worth the contract? Can they maybe restructure him? Will he? I don't really know. But obviously, that's future things to talk about here. We're talking about this past year. But overall, like I said, very just a type of season you come to expect from Adam Thielen. What were your thoughts on him this year?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's still scoring touchdowns and doing everything we'd like to see him do. I see going through the beginning of the draft process and stuff, there's a lot of people who have us actually going for a wide receiver in the first round. And a lot of it's because they're thinking like Adam Thielen's getting older and which, I mean, they're not completely wrong, but I think he still's got it and he's still coming out. And when he is healthy, he is a big asset to our team and a very important part. So, I mean, the guy is still a really good wide receiver, and I would like to see him. And I think he'll be good for at least the next couple of years. He's a hard worker and everything like that. But yeah. I mean, other than that, we'll jump into stats from the last year and kind of go through that a little bit. But before we do that, I just want to thank everybody for visiting the GG Sport podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go.
All right. Let's jump into those stats of our boy.
All right. 2021 stats.
As we mentioned, he missed 4 games due to injury. He had the ankle sprain, I think they said it was, which actually he ended up having surgery at the conclusion of the season. He tried to come back for, I don't remember who we were playing. Was it Detroit? He tried to come back for?
It might have been.
And he obviously didn't work out for him. So,
yeah, and I do want to mention with these stats too is I think the game where he got hurt was kind of earlier in the game, and then the game where he came back and got hurt was also earlier in the game. So you could probably say that he played like 11 and a half games.
Which, I mean, if with Adam Thielen, I think he was averaging what's the average there? Probably 80 some yards a game, I would say.
If you take away like his hurt, I think that math would end up being around like 55, but he basically didn't play at all 2 of the games, even though one of them he had 40 yards in the first like 5 minutes or whatever. And that was before he got hurt.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, had he played a full season, he probably would have reached the 1,000-yard mark again this season.
For sure.
Probably would have. I mean, with he could have had 16 touchdowns to be 100% honest with you.
16 touchdowns. I mean,
but with a lot of guys, you look at this season. I mean, obviously the yardage isn't quite there, but overall, I think that that's another solid season. If you to push it up to 1,000 yards, that's a really good season for a number 1B, number 2 receiver, whatever you'll call him on the team.
Yeah, I mean, JJ also had 10, and he played the full season. So I mean, so he's 10 touchdowns. That's 6 in the league for receivers, and to do that in 13 games or less is what I'd say. But is pretty dang impressive. I mean, this guy's a touchdown machine. I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. He doesn't seem to be slowing down. His injuries of concern, obviously. The PFF grade of 74.5 is pretty good, actually. So, I mean, honestly, he's still that guy for us, and I would like for us to continue using him and keeping him and not trying to trade him or anything like that. And if we do restructure him, maybe it is a solid time to do that, but I'm not sure about picking a receiver in the first round this year.
Right. Me neither. But yeah, just his red zone prowess is a big thing that sticks out to me. It's kind of came on a lot in the last couple of years that all he does in the red zone is catch touchdowns. And I think that's a testament to his route running and just how good of a route runner he is. Him and Justin Jefferson, man, people regard these guys
right there, the best duo right there.
A top receiver duo in the NFL. We would argue probably top 2, probably the best. But I mean, it's
the best.
I hope they keep him around. I mean, we have talent at receiver, but I hope that, I really hope that Adam stays at least for the rest. I mean, just for the rest of the last few years of his career, because he does still have talent, still has a lot to contribute to this team. Just from an overall leadership perspective, as well as just his talents on the field. So I hope he sticks around. He might need to restructure. I bet he would. Because I think he even kind of said it. I think he was talking to the guys on the Power Trip Morning Show. He said, I made my money and now it's just I want to go win. I want to win games. So he'd probably be one of the guys you'd approach about a restructure. I don't think he'll take a pay cut. I think they do something with him to restructure with signing bonuses or however they do it. But Quessie's a smart man. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, he'll know. Dude's a genius. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, outside of that, what are we thinking for grades here?
I hate to do this because injuries, I mean, it sucks. A lot of times it's not someone's fault they get hurt, but I think you do need to downgrade him a little bit just because of the injury and the expectation for the season. So I'm gonna plug Adam Thielen in at a solid B+. I think he played well. I mean, you could every year you put Adam Thielen at an A just because he has all those intangibles we talked about on the field and off the field. But you got to factor the injuries in there, and I think that does drop him down into the B+ tier for me personally.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I was gonna say too, is B+ before even coming in here. I mean, when he was on the field, I would easily give him an A, but you have to be on the field, otherwise it's you're not gonna it's pretty much worthless. Anyways, B+, that's what I give him. Adam Thielen's, he's going to be an A. Next year, he's going to come in. Hopefully, he stays healthy, and I see A's out of him. And I think he's still got a lot left in the tank, and he's going to be worth a spot for us. So,
yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, that has been our review of the season for Adam Thielen. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can do that right over here by clicking the little icon down in the bottom corner here. Check out some other videos of ours that you may like right over here. Also, don't forget, hit the like button on the video. Really help us out a lot. We will see you next time. We are going to break down the season for KJ Osborne.
Let's go Vikes.